Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. So my friends and I decided to go on a choir tour with the Ashland University Choir for the 2023 Indiana Choir Tour. Now I apologize for my vocal quality right now. I did do a lot of singing and I actually just came over a cold while I was on tour, but not to worry, I'm perfectly fine, perfectly healthy. But if you enjoy seeing these types of videos, like vlogs and like just me talking about personal life, because I do a lot of stuff besides, gaming, believe it or not, leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe while you're at it, and I hope you enjoy this wonderful vlog of us sharing music. To start off our days, we always went to the choir room pretty early in the morning so we can get the bus ready to depart. There's Sean. There he is eating his wonderful breakfast and us getting harassed by Marchetta like always. And here we are on the bus. We're all getting prepped and readied just to get ready to sing and everything. Everyone's super hyped. I made that god-awful choir tour book cover. Everyone's having a fun time. There's Aaron and Belle. He brought his goofy little 3DS with the Nerf case, and then here's Katie. My prime victim for my antics. So I had to bully her a little bit. And then here's our choir director, Dr. Blackley. He is an astounding teacher. He is a great leader. He always knows what to do. He's absolutely wonderful to work with. And even if he makes dumb jokes sometimes, it's always very fun to work with him. But every morning, we would do these goofy warm-ups where we do a bunch of sirens to start, and then we go into like scales and everything else. We have them all basically memorized. It's super fun. And then when we went to high schools, we saw a lot of stuff that we were not supposed to see, like this bingo. But the high schoolers would even sing for us sometimes. Now, there was one thing that everyone got excited for choir tour, and that was Motor Coach, where we first begin by singing a song to the tune of Lollipop, but we use the word Motor Coach in reference to the bus because we play games on the bus, and at the end of the choir tour, there will be one winner who gets ultimate bragging rights. They win Motor Coach. And super fun. This right here, Logan, I'm sure you've seen him in my videos before. He was doing trivia and everything. But unfortunately, some people during Motor Coach, they didn't really want to play. They wanted to sleep because we're all very tired a lot of the time. But then, we saw Dr. Blackley's succulent tootsies. So of course we had to get some awesome footage of that. It was absolutely wonderful. And then we have to be absolutely disgusting as always and get this reaction video where we're all just, we all just enjoy that sweet succulent taste of feet. That's right. Now, we went to Cleveland for our first church stop because we did a lot of singing in churches, and this church was wonderful. The space was so live and captured our sound beautifully. That's where actually we got a lot of our recording for the background music, and I want to show you a little bit more right here. Now, of course, we had a long week, so we had to save our voices, and we were always being really, really smart about that, kind of like right here when we're all screaming. Anyway, day 2, and Motor Coach still continues on, and this round we were going to do drawings. Now, this was a very popular one that we did last year that I unfortunately don't have any footage of, but here's Matt. He's explaining that we're going to be drawing pictures of Dr. Blackley, our choir director. Absolutely wonderful. Now, in case you guys don't know, I am a professional artist. I've been self-taught for years. I've actually been thinking about going to Twitter and maybe even showing off my art skills there. But we have a lot of young Rembrandts in the audience here today. And here's Lila, our previous choir president, showing off lots of fun pictures There's this one, Dr. Blackley as a cat person saying, "You're flat." This is in reference to us always going under pitch whenever we're singing. It happens more often than not. But then, of course, speaking of cat people, Logan drew Nekoark because that's the only character that he knows how to draw. It was certainly something. It was quite wonderful, but, everyone was very impressed, as you can see. And then came my picture. This is Dr. Blackley with a bikini on in the pool, doing that old man slouch that they're always seen doing. It was pretty funny. And then, we had to get some more entertainment for Motor Coach because, we always need that. And Leah decided to tell jokes.
Is this thing on? Sorry, I just got really nervous.
Make sure you hold it close to your mouth.
What?
That's a good one.
What's the difference between a piano and a fish?
You can tune the piano, but you can't tune a fish.
One's in the C. One's always in C.
You can't tune a fish.
One's always in C.
One
You
is.
can't tune a fish.
I said it first.
You can't tune a fish.
You're doing great, Spuddy.
What key do cows sing in? B flat.
Beef.
I thought it was good. Explain it in Fortnite terms.
So it's B flat because like beef.
Oh.
Okay, next joke.
Sorry.
No, it's a bit. I'm not actually mad. What do you get if Bach falls off a horse but has the courage to get on again and continue riding?
Wunderliche Krieg!
Bach in the saddle again. I have two more.
Two more?
What rock band has 4 guys that don't sing?
The tenors.
Mount Rushmore. Okay, last joke. Sorry. Why couldn't the string quartet find their conductor? Because he was hiding. Okay.
Where is the
That's a good
feedback
one.
coming from?
Take it
Let's all
back.
give it a hand breathing it out.
Yeah.
Now, one of the other places that we got to visit on our tour was German Village in Columbus, Ohio. This was a historical village where, it's supposed to look a lot like classic German architecture. It was very, very cool to see. It honestly felt like you were in a different world. There was all these brick roads and everything. But, of course we had to do a lot of sightseeing, and here I am just trying to look at everything, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to cross the road right now. There I go, little gremlin boy. But it's okay because nobody got hurt, and they followed in my footsteps, and they started going, and I promise, nobody got injured. I swear, nobody got hit. After trying to cross the road and failing, we went to this nice little restaurant called Schmidt's. It had a lot of traditional German food. I ordered some Wiener Schnitzel. It was absolutely wonderful. Here is a sausage sampler platter. Here we have the grilled cheese and the pickle. We have some pretzel bites. Marchetta ended up getting a Bahama Mama sausage, and Lauren got a bratwurst. It was absolutely delicious, and here's Marchetta absolutely destroying this sausage. He got a little too into it, if you ask me. But you know what? That's okay. He liked it. And Katie and I got this really cute picture. But then I got these pictures. Well, after that traumatizing experience, we decided to check out some of the shops that were nearby Schmidt's. This one had a lot of nice little trinkets, lots of doodads and whatever else that you'd like. Lots of nutcrackers too. There is actually some Mormon nutcrackers. Those are very interesting. And then we went to this fudge house, and honestly, everything looked great. There was just so much candy, some from even all over the world, but of course, the fudge was the main selling factor. I know some of us got some candy that day and whatever else that we wanted to eat as well. It was absolutely wonderful. This was very, very fun. But unfortunately, you know, all good things come to an end, and we had to close off our last day by going to another church. But on the third day, I got more footage of Dr. Blackley's feet, of course, but we were heading to Worcester, where the kiddos actually sang for us, and they did a wonderful job, and I want you guys to listen to them right here. After we got done singing for the Worcester kiddos, and, you know, answering their questions about how fun it is to be an adult and living as a college student, because there's absolutely nothing hard about that, we discovered that there was some safety event going on outside of the front doors of the high school. And, you know, the Worcester kids were all having their fair share of, like, seeing everything, but, you know, your boy had to take a turn, so I decided to see if I can do this little drunk driving portion here. Those goggles that I'm wearing are distorting my vision. It looked like everything was just a big, like, warbled mess. It was very, very difficult to get around these cones. As you can see, I almost ran into that wall right there. It's to show the dangers of drunk driving, and, you know, nobody should ever be behind the wheel of an automotive vehicle if they are under the influence. But, you know, it was just a big fun thing that I got to do, and I even had this to say afterwards.
How do you feel after the experience?
I'm gonna barf.
After we finished all of our days of singing, we went to our first hotel. It was actually really fun. I stayed with Marchetta, Aaron, and Camden. They've all been featured in my videos previously, and we had an extra roommate right here. It was a little stink bug. I don't know why people are trying to touch him. That's really weird. But we were perfectly normal and definitely did not do anything weird inside of these rooms. We were perfectly capable of being trusted, and you know, nobody had to worry about anything. But one of the first things that we went to was this little conservatory here in Indiana. And it was very fun. Here's Thor. He's our vice president in choir. But it was absolutely beautiful to see all these plants. There were some that, you know, I've never even seen before. There was just a lot of fun things to see. And we really just enjoyed the overall ambiance of the entire place. They had an outdoor section as well, but unfortunately that was not in full bloom yet. We were a bit too early, but there was still lots of things to see inside. There's some orchids, there's a lot of fun, interesting plants here. I think it's safe to say that we were just all very enthralled by all the different plants and how neat everything looked. There's this autograph tree, which I didn't even know was a real thing. It looked really, really cool. I liked it a lot. And then we found, of course, the root beer plant. Oh, root beer. Oh, I love root beer. I love root beer. Root beer, yeah, I love root beer. I just love root beer so much. Anyway, we went to this one portion of the conservatory that had a nice little koi pond. Look at these little goobers. They were all over the place. It was very, very fun. Katie and I got some pictures by the waterfall and everything. These things are just like so fun to watch and everything. And of course, you know, I was still very enthralled by the fish. Like, look at this little guy. Look at that guy. Not a thought in his head. He just swimming. He just doing his thing. I love that about him. I wish I could do that all day. But, you know, we eventually had to call it quits and go to our next event, which was, of course, the Indiana Children's Museum, where you're first greeted by Bumblebee. This was an actual model used in the Transformers movie, directed by Michael Bay. It was very, very cool, but the thing that we all wanted to see the most was the Minecraft exhibit. Of course, we all wanted to see the Minecraft exhibit. You're greeted by Steve. Here's Katie. She, you know, wanted to get a picture, but of course, all these kids had to, you know, jump in the way. And this was really fun, you know. It really brought out your inner kid. I had a lot of fun just like seeing everything. I still love playing Minecraft even today. You know, I'm currently in the process of recording a new Let's Play series. There's this nice little dog here that you got to pet, and then of course there's some monsters. Whoa!
Dude, it would be such a bad occurrence if there's like a mob behind me or something.
Go! Look behind you! But this exhibit is a limited time thing. It runs until, I believe, August, very early August, but it's just chock full of, you know, different things to look at, lots of interactive things. Right now I'm looking at all these cute little models based on all the biomes and everything that you can see in the game. And look at this little fox one. They're so cute, so peaceful. But, you know, there are a lot of other things to do. Like I said, there are some interactive things. We got to punch a tree and get wood. This was really fun because, of course, everyone knows the first thing you do in Minecraft is punch the tree and get wood. You know, that's how you start every single Let's Play. It was very, very cool. Of course, you know, your boy had to get in on this. There I go, absolutely demolishing this tree. And I got the wood. Yep, there I am soy jacking right now. It was quite the experience. This was very fun. I got way overly excited. But there was also lots of different models of things. Like here's an iron golem that you got to see, which was very, very cool. And of course, it's not Minecraft without a freaking creeper. Oh man. But this was really cool to see, just seeing the creeper blow up. And then of course, there was this one event that we did. Aaron and I, so we were roped into playing this game show, right? It's called Build It, and it's led by Jeremy JPEG and Billy Blockington, I believe is what their names are. Now, we were tasked with building a structure in order to keep Steve safe. Here they are, Jeremy and Billy, explaining everything to make sure that we understand the rules very, very well. And we were tasked with finding blocks to first get our building materials, and then we had to trade those in to get said materials. And then afterwards, we had to build a bridge. Now the other biomes, which, you know, our place was based on a biome. We had the jungle biome, but there was the ocean and the plains. So what we had to do in the jungle biome was build a bridge. Now we called ourselves the Redstone Engineers, but in case you couldn't tell, we had no idea what we were doing. We've never built a bridge. It was absolutely ridiculous. You know, clock's running down. It's not looking well for us. We were very stressed. And there were so many times where we had to get help from Billy and Jeremy, which, you know, we were like the oldest ones in that room. So that really says something about our skills. But the other biome had to create an enclosed structure with no openings or anything to protect Steve. But the other biome was the ocean, which I'm not exactly sure what they had to do specifically, but we just saw that they had to make like some form of like coral pattern or something. I don't know. But here's our bridge. We actually had to use some stuff from our environment that includes the bridges. And look at them. Camden and Lily are just so enthralled. It's just, they're absolutely loving it. Here I am. I'm just not feeling confident about our bridge. This was after seeing the other two biomes succeed in protecting Steve. So here we go. This is the moment of truth right here. We need to see if Steve is going to be protected by our bridge. So here he goes, right? They're hyping us up, and Aaron and I are very stressed out, and they're not making it fun for us because they're making Steve do all these flips and whatever. Look at that. Look, it's stressing us out, just trying to make us seem like we're not going to be able to do it. And then, oh man, here we go. Flip. Yep, that's right. Do a flip. Steve did the splits, perfect splits, probably tore something, but we eventually did it. We actually did it. It was absolutely amazing. I was so stressed. And of course I had to be weird about it afterwards, but there were so many other things that we got to see. There was this nether portal where you get to walk in, and then you get a lot of information about the nether, and you're face to face with a zombie piglin. It was just very cool. Katie and I got this really cute picture in a minecart. It was very, very fun. And of course, as we left, we had to go say bye to Alex, because Steve and Alex, they're kind of the figureheads of the game. And we were kind of weirded out that they had like hair and stuff, which it is kind of jarring. But there were a lot of other places to see in the Children's Museum as well. Like there's this pop culture thing where, you're greeted by Spider-Man, and here's like a big collection of Batman things. I thought this was really cool. And then there's a bunch of old toys, like there's an old Lego Harry Potter set, American Girl dolls and stuff like that, Build-A-Bear, Godzilla, and of course, every collection has to have the Star Wars stuff. Now, these are some old figures that we saw. They were really cool looking. And, in a children's museum, there's going to be a lot of stuff that entices the children, namely dinosaurs. Now, I work with dinosaur stuff all the time, it's kind of my thing, and it's very, very fun. And I was just reading up on all the information about dinosaurs. It was really, really cool. There is this one place where it literally felt like you were just walking through Greece. With me being a theater major and everything, I thought it was really cool since theater originated from Greece. And unfortunately there was no theater stuff, but there was a lot of art that you could see, and a lot of stuff that came from Greece. Lots of musical instruments. Then of course I had to show my racing skills with this wonderful Formula One car that we found. And then we got to see some other stuff. These were movie props used in Indiana Jones. It was really cool to see. And then, of course, there's the sports section. Now, I'm not the sportiest guy. I used to do cross country a lot in high school. As you can see, this is a first try at me hitting the puck in the goal. That's right, MVP right there. I never miss. But then, of course, we went outside because there's a whole outside portion. And Belle here, she wanted to recreate the Homelander scene in The Boys when he drank that milk. Very disgusting. But we had to race on these pedal cars because this is what everything was leading up to. Just the pedal cars, the outside portion. So first up, it was me and Marchetta. I had the bigger car just because I have longer legs. I think he was doing fine, but I really know how to race. I'm just the greatest racer of all time. Put me in the Indy 500 in this pedal car, I'm winning. I'm sorry, it's just nothing's gonna come close to beating me, right? So then round 2, I was put in the smaller car, right? And I was up against our friend CJ here. Now CJ, he's tall and he was in the pedal car, right? But that does not stop me. I was putting my pedal to the metal, bro. I was going all out. On these straightaways, I've never pedaled faster in my life. Like I said, I'm the greatest racer of all time. Here I come around the bend, and guess what photo finish? I barely won. So of course I had to go into grand finals. Me against Logan. Now, I had the bigger car again, and he had the smaller car. But you know what? That's okay. We were switching off, flipping around. And of course, since I had the bigger car, your boy had to style on Logan a little bit. There I am being nonchalant, putting the arm up, whatever else. And here I come around the bend, reaching that finish line. And here I come screeching to a halt, and I gotta hand Logan that L. That was just amazing, very fun. But then, of course, we had to travel around Indiana a little bit. You got to see the sights and everything. And we went to go see the sights of Monument Square. There was a lot of fun things to see, just like these big buildings. We all got boba tea. This is my first time having it. It was really, really good. I don't know what Logan was doing here. That was freaky. But here is Monument Monument Square? Monument Circle. It's Monument Circle. It's not a square. So this is a big monument to show off the Civil War. I'm not a big history buff, but this was truly a sight to see, especially since there was some duckies here just chilling in the water. I think they're in love. I think they love each other. And our evening activity was Beef and Boards. Now, Beef and Boards is a dinner theater where you have all this food first, and then you see a show afterwards. And the food was wonderful, so beautifully prepared. It was an all-you-can-eat buffet. You can just keep going up and getting more if you want. Amazing. And we saw American in Paris. It was absolutely wonderful. Very dancey. I did not know that. But afterwards, here's Dr. Blackley. He was terrorizing everyone in water fights just because our bus had lost air conditioning. And our bus driver was very sweet and decided to give everyone spray bottles to try to cool down. But she neglected to understand that we are college kids and we ruin stuff like that any chance we get. So, of course, Dr. Blackley and a lot of the other kids were spraying each other in front of Beef and Boards, and he's scaring everyone like, watch this. He's gonna beeline it to someone here in just a moment. It's so freaky to see this older gentleman just like be so spry and nimble. Everyone's scared of him. That's the thing. Nobody want to mess with him. There he goes. Yep, there he goes. He's freaking everyone out. Gosh, he's the chair of the department, but he still knows how to have fun. And here's Camden, the other group, actually, because there was two groups. Camden was in the other group to see Clue at that Indiana Repertory Theater. They said they had a great time, but Camden actually got flirted with by Scarlett, one of the escorts in the show, and he was given a card that had a phone number to the theater. But you know, if it weren't for the publicity and whatever, they would absolutely have the actual phone number of the woman, just because Camden's just such a sexy beast. What can I say? And to finish off, we had some last-minute remarks from Dr. B, just talking about how fun it is to be on the choir tour and how he enjoyed himself, and that's kind of where it ended off. That was the end of our choir tour.
So, there you have it. That was the entirety of our choir tour. It was only a week, but it was certainly a long week, and it was a lot of fun, just singing, making music with everyone, and having a good time and making memories. I really do appreciate everyone in the university choir. It's always a blast working with them, and I'm really happy that we're still able to go on choir tour even after we're still recovering from COVID-19, because that hit our department pretty hard. I enjoy doing these sorts of things with like-minded people and singing and making music. It's always fun, and I really do hope that you all enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed making it, going back through the week and recounting all the memories that we had. And yeah, I just hope to see you in the next one. See you guys.